Hi guys, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to another video on my channel today. And in today's video, guys, since a couple of days ago, it's last week at this point, because it's Monday now, I'm gonna be giving you guys, my Shrek 5 predictions because we got our first teaser trailer for Shrek 5, as a matter of fact, and I watched that, and I was not expecting to get any sort of footage like that this early. I thought we weren't gonna get some kind of like teaser like that until December this year, and I've actually have heard that we were supposed to get this teaser in December, but something happened and we ended up getting it early, which I am very happy about because now I can do a video on my Shrek 5 predictions. So that's why that the thumbnail shows me holding up the first Shrek and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, because the first Shrek obviously started from the start, and we ended with Puss in Boots and with The Last Wish, which we will get to that in a moment here. But with all that out of the way, guys, those of you guys that are new to the channel, I do more than just movies and physical media related content. I also do Lego related stuff, and I play video games. I do all sorts of stuff like that here on the channel. So if you guys like to watch that on YouTube, be sure to go check out my channel because there will definitely be something in there for you to enjoy. And be sure you hit that like button as well as hit that red subscribe button. Most importantly, make sure you press the notification bell so you don't miss anything in the future. But with that said, though, guys, enjoy the video. Let's get started here. All right. So first up, based on so yes, so what I was saying about Puss in Boots just now, the reason why it is in the thumbnail, the reason why that movie is also in the thumbnail is because this movie ended with on a cliffhanger, like we were gonna get a Shrek 5. Because so from that perspective, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish does take place after Shrek Forever After, as a matter of fact. So and we see him sailing back to Far, Far Away. And then also in the teaser trailer, we don't really know what location that they were at. But based on that teaser trailer, I don't feel like we're going to be back in the original swamp from the first two Shrek movies, and also the third, because the same exact swamp did show up in the third film. I think they're gonna have a completely new swamp they're living in, because we have Shrek's daughter as a teenager now, and with that even said, we know at this point that Fargo and Fergus are gonna be her age as well, because all three of them are triplets. So basically, I think the main location for this movie is that we are going to be back in Far, Far Away, and I'm hoping Julie Andrews will reprise her role to voice the Queen, because she did in Shrek 2 and Shrek 3, and even Shrek Forever After. But Shrek Forever After created an alternate timeline. So we got to see the king, the guy that John Cleese voiced in Shrek Forever After, but in Shrek the Third, the king sadly passed away, and the whole point of that movie is that Shrek was going to go find the next era to be the next king of Far, Far Away, and that was Artie, as a matter of fact. So yes. If we're gonna see the Queen return, and if we're also gonna see the King return, we have to see Arthur from Shrek the Third as the king. Like that has to happen because if this is not going to be another alternate timeline, we have to see Artie as the king as well. And what I really do like about what I really do like the direction that they're going with this movie. I kind of like that they're not doing this in like the same exact time period, but they're going into the future. All three of Shrek's kids are teenagers now, and if we do see Arthur in this movie, he is gonna be older. He is gonna be way older than he was in Shrek the Third, and I feel like if Fiona's mom, which is the queen I was just talking about, if she gets to that point, she's likely to die at old age like her husband did in Shrek the Third, as a matter of fact. So yes, I do think that's likely going to happen, but my prediction is we're likely to get a new location with the swamp. If they are in a swamp in this next movie, we're gonna be back. We eventually are gonna end up back in far, far away, and we are gonna see Arthur as the king again. So that is my prediction on those three things. But we didn't see Puss in Boots in the teaser trailer that we have gotten, as a matter of fact. So, but I do think he's likely to return, and I do think Kitty Softpaws is going to be in this movie as well. Actually, I'd be shocked if she doesn't. If they picked it up where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was, and same thing with the dog in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I can't remember his name right offhand, but I think he's likely to return in this movie. So yes, don't worry. I think most likely Puss in Boots is gonna come back, and Antonio Banderas is gonna return as Puss in Boots. Same thing with Salma Hayek. I think she'll return as Kitty Softpaws. And same with the dog. I think he's also likely to return. But in the Shrek world, we have had a couple of characters that have sadly passed on. So my main prediction is Fiona's mom is likely to die if she ends up being that old in this movie. And then if they get into like a fight or some sort, or some kind of war or something, I do think if anybody is going to sacrifice themselves, I think it's going to be Puss, because he is on his last life, to be exact, and he is likely to die, in my opinion. I think if they were to get into like some kind of fight or war, and if somebody has to sacrifice theirself, I think it's going to be Puss that's going to take this one. But I think I think the one that's most likely to die in this movie is Fiona's mom, because again, this movie's going way into the future. Donkey, Shrek, and Fiona have gotten older. They have 3 kids that are like 16 or 17 now, and another thing is, Fiona's mom is going to be like a grandma, and if she gets that old, I think she's the likely one to die, though. And yes, and I think if she ends up dying, Arthur is likely to run the kingdom by himself, but I do also think it's very likely that he'll end up marrying somebody to become the next queen of Far, Far Away. But I think I think it's gonna be mostly him running the kingdom now, and then we have Fiona's mom running the kingdom with him. But if she dies, he's likely to run the kingdom by himself, and then eventually find like a queen or something. So yeah, that's the main stuff I'm predicting so far. And obviously we saw Pinocchio in the teaser trailer, so he's gonna come back. And if I had to guess, um, the three little pigs are supposed to return. Gingy, the big bad wolf, all of the fairy tales that we have seen in all the previous Shrek movies, I think are gonna return. But the big question is, will any of the characters from the Puss in Boots movies return? And I just said, if this movie picks up anywhere for where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish left off, we are obviously most likely gonna get Kitty Softpaws and the dog. I can't remember his name right offhand, but they're both of them are likely to return though. And another thing I want to see return, if this has any connection to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, is I would also like to see Goldilocks and the Three Bears return as well. And I think Def would be a pretty cool addition to return to this movie, but I don't think it's likely that he'll come back because he kind of just let Puss go in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and then they just sent him off as well. But I really do want to see Jack Horner make another appearance in this universe. But to be honest, I think he's long gone. I don't think he's gonna come back. But that's just my opinion. It would be nice for him to return, but I think he's gone for good. And in my opinion, that's what I think. But it is possible that he'll come back though. But I'm thinking it's not very likely though. But yeah. But I think that's all I have to say right now. I think that's all I'm predicting right now for Shrek 5. So yeah. But another thing that we know nothing about is who the villain is going to be, because I don't think any of the previous villains are likely to return. And in the Shrek movies, we've had all new villains. Although Prince Charming was in Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third, but he wasn't the main villain in Shrek 2. The fairy godmother was, and he was the main villain in Shrek the Third. And then obviously we all know Lord Farquaad was the villain in the first movie, and then we had Rumpelstiltskin and Shrek Forever After. But yeah, but the main villain for Shrek 5, I doubt it's gonna be somebody we previously got introduced to. So yeah, guys, those are my predictions on Shrek 5. So just a little bit of a recap is, I'm thinking we are gonna have a new location with Shrek's Swamp. We are most likely gonna head back to Far Away. King Arthur is likely. We're likely to see Arthur as the king and run far, far away. But I'm kind of mixed on what they're gonna do with Fiona's mom. I'm not exactly sure what they're gonna do with her yet. But I do have a couple theories on on the route that they could go with her, but I don't have a confirmed prediction on her yet. And we're likely to get Puss in Boots back. Antonio Banderas is reprising his role, and we have Zendaya voicing Shrek's daughter, and all of the original cast returning as the main three characters as well. And my final prediction is we're going to have all the previous fairy tales we got introduced to. We're going to have them back. And this is an if prediction. If this movie has some kind of connection to where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish ended, we are likely to get the dog again. I forgot his name, and Kitty Softpaws back. So yes, that is an if prediction, but it's not a confirmed prediction because we don't know if this is just going to be like a separate, if this Shrek story is just going to go way into the future, or if they're going to introduce us to where Shrek is now, and they're also going to pick it up where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish ended. To be honest, I would like it if they picked up where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish ended, and if we got introduced to where Shrek was nowadays, as a matter of fact. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about Shrek 5 so far. Those are my thoughts and predictions and theories, as a matter of fact. Let me know down in the comment section, what are your predictions and theories, as a matter of fact. But so yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for this video. Be sure you hit that like button as well as that red subscribe button so you don't miss anything in the future. Press that notification bell. But with that said though, guys, I'm going to go bring you back to more videos, because more videos are on the way sooner rather than later, as a matter of fact, guys. But with that said though, guys, take care, drink water, and stay safe. And I'm really excited for Shrek 5. We're getting it in December 2026. And I will see you all in the very next video. Bye.